McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field, found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, a really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Bay at the buzzer, hits the three, nice-looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice, Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three. Wow. Hit it. That's a three for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
We hope that you'll join us thanking those sponsors by giving them your patronage. Now, let's go live for our coverage of exciting sports action on Central Nebraska Sports Source.
Good evening and welcome to Callaway High School, site of D1-8 district final action between the 8-seeded South Loup Bobcats and the 9-seeded Plainview Pirates. My name is Jeremy Shipe. I'll be joined shortly here in the pregame by my broadcast partner, Larry Kottner. We're excited for this matchup. 8 and 9 seed matchups are always exciting. It's always exciting when two teams come in with a similar record and kind of have some similarities. We'll dig into all of that here in the pregame as we get you set up for this one. But before we get too far into the pregame, we want to thank the sponsors making it possible. They include J.R. Meyer Insurance, bringing you tonight's starting lineups. Thank you as well to Klang Financial, 4 County Heating and Air, Thrivent Financial, Govier Brothers Mortuary with the Arnold and Mullen Funeral Homes, Callaway Market, Norder Supply, the Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, South Loup Community Pharmacy, Rain Dance Repair, Prairie Eye Care, Lodi Seed Service, A1 Auto Repair, First State Insurance, Rocks Underground, Callaway True Value, Trumbo Repair and Towing, Design Homes, Henry's Callaway Bar, Agribest Feeds, Eggleston Oil, Shotgun Annie's Saloon and Grill, Bierman Vet Services, Redfern Electric, Pinnacle Bank, Pearson Physical Therapy, Custer County Feeders, Badgley Well Service, and Grazer's Bar and Grill. Thank you as well to our year-long sponsors that you hear on every single Husker and high school broadcast at KCNI KBBN Radio. Nebraska State Bank, Rods Body and Paint, Aero Seed, Shelter Insurance, Custer Federal State Bank, Grocery Cart, Agland ATV, Meade Lumber, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Sargent Irrigation, Melham Medical Center, Trotter Service, A to Z Lawn Pro, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, and Gateway Motors. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, those of you watching the video stream are seeing them. Those that are listening to the radio stream will hear about them. The sponsors bringing you tonight's Sandhills Express video broadcast. Back after this.
This sports broadcast is being brought to you in part by Govier Brothers Mortuary and the Arnold Mullen Funeral Home. For over 60 years, Govier Brothers Mortuary and the Arnold Mullen Funeral Home have served Central Nebraska. Through the entirety of their years, putting families first has always been their motto. Enjoy this high school sports broadcast brought to you by Govier Brothers Mortuary and the Arnold Mullen Funeral Home. Reach them at 1-800-354-6340 or visit GovierBrothers.com.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
At Norder Supply Incorporated in Callaway, you'll often see them sporting their South Loup Bobcat Blue because they love to support their team. Student athletes work hard both academically and in sports, and Norder Supply is proud to support their dedication by helping bring you this sports broadcast on the radio. wishing the team the best of luck and saying, "Go Bobcats!" Norder Supply Incorporated in Callaway.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community and are happy to be able to help bring you this sports broadcast. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics delight in serving the area with their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Cheering on the area athletes from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
The staff at South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loup Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Have you heard the buzz?
Yeah, it's got to be my neighbor's Beehive.
Beehive?
Yeah, it's that new pivot controller from Beehive Ag.
Cool, what's it do?
Your phone becomes your pivot panel. You can control your pivot, pump, in-gun, and it even has GPS and VRI. Breathe new technology into old pivots.
Really? The subscription must be expensive.
No, there is no subscription fee. Contact Rich Reynolds with Rain Dance Repair at 308-870-4455. That's 870-4455.
When the crowd is there, you want to bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Lodi Seed Service, LLC, your trusted channel seedsman, now serving the Callaway area. They are proud to bring you this sports broadcast. Why choose them? High-quality channel seeds, expertise tailored to your farm, local knowledge paired with global resources, and, of course, unmatched customer service. To get on the path to achieving your farming goals or exceeding them, contact Abe Hinman or T.R. Anderson with Lodi Seed Services, sponsors of this sports broadcast.
Welcome back to Callaway. We mentioned that tonight's broadcast is also a video broadcast, and we've got some great sponsors that those of you watching on YouTube and the Sandhills Express Facebook pages will see throughout the evening, scrolling at the top right-hand part of your page. We couldn't do it without them. It's as simple as that. Their sponsorship allows us to be here bringing the video side of our broadcast your direction. They include First State Insurance, A1 Auto Repair, Agribest Feeds, Palmer Monument, Grocery Cart, Agland ATV, Nebraska State Bank, Insurance of the Heartland, Meade Lumber Broken Bow, Culligan, Broken Bow Livestock, Lines Appliance, and the Callaway District Hospital. All right, we'll go ahead and take another break. When we come back, I'll welcome Larry into the broadcast, and we'll start breaking down this matchup between Plainview and South Loup. Thanks for joining us for this broadcast. A product of Central Nebraska's Sports Source, KCNI and KBBN Radio.
Boom, bang, all sounds you never want to hear coming from your vehicle. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is prepared to fix or prevent those sounds. If you're in need of auto and light truck service and repair, give Josh a call, 848-2542. That's 848-2542. It all starts with diagnosing the problem, then working to get you back on the road quickly with a vehicle you can depend on. A1 Auto Service in Arnold, proud sponsors of this broadcast and high school sports.
At First State Insurance of Arnold, they're proud to say that they can offer you choices. Those choices save you money. They can offer you a variety of choices because they are independent agents. First State Insurance is cheering on the Bobcats all the way. Call Becky or Taylor at 848-2522 to set up an appointment with First State Insurance of Arnold. Proud supporters of the South Loup Bobcat coaches and players who work so hard.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Whether your projects are inside or outside of the home, Callaway True Value has the products and tools you need to complete them. Whether you're in need of the tool itself or the accessory to make it work for what you need, Callaway True Value prides themselves in stocking a wide variety of items to get your project rolling or keep it going. When the work is done and it's time for grilling, make sure it's a Traeger. They have the grills and accessories. Check out Callaway True Value, Main Street in Callaway.
When you need towing or transport, it often comes at a time that you didn't see coming. That's why Trumbull Repair and Towing Service offers it 24/7. So when you're stranded and need emergency roadside assistance, call Dan at 870-2127. Trumbull Repair offers mechanical service, welding, and mobile welding. Trumbull Repair and Towing Service, a half-mile east of Callaway on Highway 40, but serving the entire area. Call 870-2127.
Lane Chesley and his crew at Design Homes of Callaway are proud to help bring you this sports broadcast. Design Homes can help you with remodeling or any commercial or residential building construction. Just call Lane at 308-991-0870 to get started. Don't let that awesome project you have on your mind be a point of stress. Call Design Homes, proud sponsors of this sports broadcast.
You've been to them, the bars, taverns, and grills that are exactly like the next. Not at Henry's Callaway Bar. They offer a bar experience unlike any other. Try one of Henry's fresh handcrafted drinks or kick back for a beer with friends. If it's an appetite you're bringing with your thirst, look to their amazing homemade pizzas to fill you up, available to dine in or carry out. Call 308-836-4484. A slice of lime and a good time await you at Henry's Bar in Callaway, the oasis in the middle of Nebraska.
AgriBest Feeds of Callaway is your source for all things ranching. They have what you need as calving comes around, including ear tags, vet supplies, windscreens, go lights, milk replacer, Royal Heat calf warmers, and more. They also carry Powder River and Charter livestock equipment, and their Sweet Pro lick tubs, Fresh Start, and Redmond Salt provide your animals with the outstanding nutrition they need. They carry the top-rated AeroQuip line of chutes and livestock equipment, too, behind the Community Center in Callaway or at 836-2298. AgriBest Feeds of Callaway.
We welcome you back to Callaway as we get set up for this broadcast between South Loup and Plainview. And as you can tell by listening, I'm sure you can hear the band right behind us. I've got a trap set just off my right shoulder here, Larry, but that's great to see the Plainview band coming and traveling this direction. You don't see a band on a road game very often, let alone in Class D basketball. We were talking about the size of this band.
Yeah, it's a pretty good sized band for the size of the community and the size of the school, and listening to them, they've been doing a pretty good job too. And yeah, it's extremely rare to see the road team bring the band. And I noticed that when we first set up, they had a streamer through there and a cone set out, and I thought, okay, either that is for the student section or they're going to have a band, and that was the case. A little bit of both. The student section is the band sometimes. Well,
we talk about the band. Let's talk about the crowd now. We're taking a look at the crowd, and good amount of Plainview folks and a good amount of South Loup folks. The stands are all but full here, about 10.5 minutes away from the tip-off here in Callaway. We'll take another quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about the record of these two teams here on KBBN Radio and Sandhills Express Video.
Eggleston Oil keeps the Oconto community on the go with full service at the gas pumps. They treat every customer with a smile and often some lively conversation. Their shop provides automotive repairs as well as tire service. Eggleston Oil keeps the local farms moving with fast, reliable, on-the-farm fuel delivery. They also help with a variety of local fundraisers too. Supporting radio coverage of high school sports is yet another way they show that all-important community involvement at Eggleston Oil of Oconto.
At Shotgun Annie's in Callaway, they're big fans of local artist BJ Jameson, and they think you should be too. They invite you to their watch party coming up on Wednesday the 28th. BJ is playing live at The Local in Nashville, Tennessee, and they're going to watch it in Callaway. If you want to see BJ Jameson live and in person, mark your calendar for March 3rd. He'll be doing a Sunday afternoon show at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway. Nashville recording artist BJ Jameson. Watch party February 28th and live March 3rd at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway.
Bierman Vet Services offers vet care for both large and small animals. From pregnancy checking to calving assistance, spays and neuters, vaccinations to emergency call care, they can assist you. Right now, make sure and stop in to see how they can help you stock up on your calving supplies. Stop by Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, or call 848-3334 for questions or to access the doctor on call. Bierman Vet Services is excited to cheer on the South Loup Bobcats. They are proud of the students' hard work and are glad to help sponsor this broadcast of high school sports.
Redfern Electric in Callaway is a big supporter of the South Loup Bobcats. Whether you're in need of residential, commercial, or ag electrical work, your first call should be to Ed Lashley at Redfern Electric. Their commitment is to quality and their customers who always come first. Call Ed at 836-2254. Redfern Electric, proud supporters of the South Loup Bobcats and this broadcast.
She walked into the bank holding a birthday check from Grandma to open her first checking account. That same account was there when she started her first job. It paid her first month's rent, and it was still there the day she brought her daughter into the bank to open a checking account of her own. Because choosing the right bank for checking means building a relationship. That's something Nebraskans value, and it's why we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Custer County Feeders in Oconto are always ready to help serve you. Manager Michelle Pearson and her team are there to answer any questions you may have. The question they enjoy answering most is how they can best help you. Give them a call today, 308-858-4455. They are ready to feed your cattle. Custer County Feeders in Oconto, there for their customers, ready to serve you, and proud to support the South Loup Bobcats.
Badgley Well Service in Oconto is proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast, featuring some of our awesome student athletes right here in central Nebraska. Cliff and his team at Badgley Well are always on call at 858-4409. From domestic to stock wells, call Badgley Well Service of Oconto. They have the experience to get the job done right. Call Badgley Well Service of Oconto when water is the goal. Badgley Well is happy to help bring you this sports broadcast.
Welcome back to Callaway. Crowd continues to filter in. I venture to guess on the South Loup side, there's maybe 10 seats open. On the Plainview side, I'd say, well, those first couple rows, that second row behind the team is available. Not sure if they'll be able to fill that in. That might be reserved for water bottles, but great crowd on hand here, Larry, for this one.
Yeah, no question. I mean, and they came early to this game as well, and they're getting ready for a good contest. We take a look at these two teams. I'll tell you what, Plainview, when you look on their schedule, that's pretty impressive. They're 11-0 against D1 competition. 5 of their 6 losses came to Class C2 schools, including Ponca, which is one of the better. They've already qualified for state. Everybody is 500 or better. O'Neill was a C1 team that they lost to by 6. And I guess what happened in that game was the D2 loss to 8-13 Hartington Newcastle. Everybody evidently gets one of those games, but that's the one probably the Plainview fans are kind of shaking their head at. But otherwise, they have got real good quality losses, and they've done very well against D1 opponents, including a win over Ansley Litchfield.
Plainview 16-7 on the season. South Loup 16-5. So record-wise, two very similar teams. But of course, you mentioned, Larry, a lot of games against C2 competition for Plainview. Not nearly as many of those types of matchups up a class for South Loup. But you talk about the similarity between these two teams. They've only played one common opponent, and that's Ansley Litchfield. Now, Plainview played them back at the end of the previous year on December 29th in the Burwell Holiday Tournament. That was a 3-point win. That's only one of 3 losses that Ansley Litchfield has had all season long, and we're very familiar with the Spartans and know that they are a very well-rounded team. So that kind of raises your eyebrows to this Plainview team. However, you and I talked on the way over here. Ansley Litchfield right now playing their best basketball so far this year at 20-3. They're on a big-time winning streak, and they've punched their ticket into the state tournament already.
Yeah, so, you can always go back and look at all scores, but by the end of the year, everybody's playing a little bit different, and that puts it up to anything in this game. It'll be just really a game of matchup, and who matches up against who a little bit better.
And adding to that, South Loup, we talked about how Ansley Litchfield is playing really good basketball here as of late. South Loup taking them on in the D1-11 sub-district final. They dropped that game 26-44. Now South Loup was a little beat up in that game. Cash Gracie not at 100%, and Ansley Litchfield has been on an absolute tear. But the only way to figure out who's going to beat who is to play each other on the court, and that's what we're going to figure out tonight in this 8 and 9 matchup between South Loup and Plainview. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll get you closer to the tip here on KBBN Radio.
Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold, where good friends meet. Taste some of the freshest beef Nebraska has to offer at Grazer's Bar and Grill. Located in the heart of cattle country, it's what inspired their name. They're proud to serve locally raised beef alongside thirst-quenching drinks that complement your meal. Proud to support the South Loup Bobcats, Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loup Bobcats, and Silver debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
When your car gets dented, dinged, smashed, or smacked, the last thing you should have to worry about is it being in the right hands to get it fixed. When you choose Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow, your vehicle will leave their shop looking great. Don't forget, Rod can also help you with those windshield chips. Take care of them before they get worse and cost you more money. If your windshield already needs replaced, they can do that too. Rod's Body and Paint on the curb, west of Broken Bow.
Cattle producers, AeroSeed is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. AeroSeed has all the supplies, including high tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at AeroSeed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
You're listening to the D1-8 District Final. Number 8 seed South Loup, number 9 seed Plainview in this one. Larry, real quick, talk about that 180-mile rule and how close point-wise this was to having us be in Plainview nearly 180 miles down the road rather than here in Callaway. It was a difference of playing this game in Callaway or Arnold.
Yeah, they had to have it here in Callaway because it's over 180 miles from Plainview to Arnold, and Plainview to Callaway, 177. So if you want to have it as a home field or home court, you had to have it here in Callaway. Otherwise, they were going to have to do it on a neutral court.
Big props to all the folks in red who made the travel and put on those red wigs to take in this one. We'll be back. Well, let's go ahead and keep the microphone on and let you listen to the national anthem. Hopefully you were able to hear some of that because it was absolutely beautiful. And thank you to the folks here in Callaway and the students who performed it for those in attendance. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. We'll start with the starting lineups for Plainview. Brendan Weber is a senior, standing 6'2". Carter Lingenfelter is a junior at 6'1". Jackson King, a junior, 5'10". Cohen Lingenfelter is a freshman, standing 6 feet even. And Spencer Hilly is a senior, standing 6'2". Trent Simpson is the head coach of the Plainview Pirates. He is assisted by Tom Sauser and Taylor Ostrich. Now the starting lineups for the South Loop Bobcats are brought to you by J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency. J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency of Callaway is your local independent insurance agency. Because of that, they can offer coverage by many of the most respected companies in the nation. Call 836-2245 for the J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency. Now the starting lineup for the South Loop Bobcats, Trey Connell playing that point guard position, a senior standing 5'10". Dylan Pandorf in the lineup. He is a sophomore standing 6'1". Connor Paulson is a sophomore standing 5'9". Cash Gracie, a senior at 6'3". And Joey Salick in the starting lineup. He is a senior, also 6'3". Jeff Cole is the head coach of the Bobcats. He is assisted by Mike Weberka and Joel Carr. They're wrapping up the introduction of the starting lineups for those in attendance, and everything, as expected, has packed in here, Larry. It's a full house.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one here, and it'll be interesting to see how these teams match up. Actually looks like South Loop might have a little bit of a height advantage inside with Cash Gracie and Joey Salick. And of course, on the other side, Plainview, what a very familiar name. Carter and Cohen Lingenfelter, anybody that's old like me remembers Bob Lingenfelter on the Nebraska Husker football team, came from up in that direction, and so that's a very familiar name. It's going to be a fun one, and to call it, here's Jeremy Scheid.
Tip is up, and it is controlled by Plainview, wearing the Road Reds, white numerals, black trim. South Loop in the home whites, blue numerals, black trim. Plainview working right to left, as you imagine as a radio listener, and they get a quick cut on the baseline by Spencer Hilly, and the 6'2" senior lays it up and in, and it's quickly a 2-0 lead for Plainview. That was wide open.
Yeah, good job of going to the back door that time.
And now South Loop tries to do something similar, but they throw it away. Quickly the other way is King. Backs it out of there, now goes in the corner to Lingenfelter. They lob it into the high post to Weber. Weber kicks it out. 3 up and down for Carter Lingenfelter, and it's a fast 5-0 run in 45 seconds for Plainview.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better start if you're one of the Pirates fans.
Paulson with it, far side wing. Back up to Pandorf, now high post Salick. Joey faces, turns, shoots, goes glass, can't get it to go. Nice rebound inside by Pandorf, who puts it back up and in to answer for South Loop.
And that was a needed bucket for the Bobcats just to get on the board and get some momentum.
Now the press is broken, and it's a 3-on-2. Recovering well is Paulson, and he knocks it off of the knee of Brendan Weber. It's turned over back to South Loup.
Well, that benefits South Loup in the end, but there was another lane that was open and an opportunity for Weber to get in there and get a bucket, but a good recovery by Paulson.
Connell brings it up near side. Picking him up there is Lingenfelter. Connell up top to Gracie, looking at Salick. Joey turns, kicks it out. They work the ball around the perimeter. Nice drive by Connell. Goes glass, too strong. Nice rebound. Salick puts it back up and in for two.
We talked about maybe that South Loup might have the size advantage. They've gotten two opportunities at offensive boards and have put them back both times.
A good recovery by South Loup again as Pandorf knocks it out of the hands of Brendan Weber. It will be a baseline inbounds for Plainview, though. They toss it in up top to Lingenfelter. He pulls the trigger for three. Paulson, the nice box out, but almost held it too long. Plainview, the board. 6 minutes to go here, first quarter. Plainview back the other direction. They throw it inside, and a lay-in goes in for Brendan Weber. Connell with it far side on the wing. Works it near side to Paulson. Paulson on the right wing. High post, Joey Salick takes the jumper and scores it for two. It's a 7-6 game.
4 points early on for Joey Salick.
Back the other way comes Plainview, working against the pressure. 5:27 to go, first quarter. The 7-6 lead in favor of the Pirates. They work it in the corner and now skip it over far side. Plainview with the bounce. South Loup running out. They pass around the trap. Now they work it around near side to Lingenfelter. In the corner, it's Carter Lingenfelter. And we can tell already, Larry, he is a dangerous weapon from beyond the arc.
2 for 2, 6 points.
Pandorf runs the floor and scores two the other direction.
He's got 4.
Plainview again facing the pressure of South Loup. They work it into the half court. Lingenfelter, the floater, can't get it to go. The rebound is out of bounds and last touched by Plainview. 4:40 to go, first quarter. Plainview 10, South Loup 8. Connell will walk it up. Carter Lingenfelter will pick him up at the spike line. Hands it off to Gracie. Now Paulson. Salick near side wing. Surveys. Connell backs it out of there. New play called. Paulson to Gracie on the deep wing. Back up top to Paulson. Gets a screen from Salick. The roll isn't there. Paulson drives in, triple teamed, and shuffled the feet.
That'll be the second turnover against South Loup here in the early going.
4:09 to go, first quarter. And a few subs run in for both of these teams. Pirates toss it in. Again, facing that three-quarters court pressure. Carter Lingenfelter skips it over top to Cohen Lingenfelter. Back over to Carter. Now in the corner, deep corner was Schroth. They work it back around. The drive by Lingenfelter puts it off the front of the rim. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound Plainview. An offensive board and extra possession for the Pirates. They again play the perimeter, enter it into the high post momentarily, and on the kick out, Lingenfelter could not get it to go. Connell the rebound, works it ahead quickly to Johnson. Carter. Break is gone, and Connell resets. Trey with the drive, out to Cash Gracie, steps into a three, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled out of there by Wattoon, but he is fouled, and a baseline inbound is upcoming.
Great job by Wattoon to go aggressive to the ball and get that rebound.
Connell did key it in on the baseline. Connell goes in the corner. Raymond with it there. Now Cash Gracie far side wing. To Johnson and around to Connell. Connell all but centers the ball. High post to Raymond. Now Johnson, Wittoon, and Gracie in the corner. Cash pulls a three. Got this one to go. And it's a lead for South Loup at 11-10. Under 3 to go, first quarter. The three ball for both of these teams has been big.
Yeah, both teams have come to play in this one.
Carter skips it around. Now with the drive, it's Cohen, and it's thrown away.
That's the second turnover on Plainview.
South Loup looking for Cash Gracie on the leak out, but Plainview intercepts the pass up the floor. Pirates back the other way. Connell swipes it away. Raymond into the front court, holds it up, and gets it back to Wittoon. And South Loup resets. Connell calls out the play, hands it off to Gracie. These teams have gone a long time without a break, Larry.
Yeah, they have been on a roll.
Connell near side wing. Raymond opposite high post. A little flare to Gracie. Couldn't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Last touch by Wittoon. And subs will come in as Plainview inbounds on the baseline.
Yeah, we've only had one stoppage for a foul in this game, and we've only had, I think, one travel, but otherwise maybe most of the turnovers have come on steals.
Under 2 to go, first quarter. Plainview trailing by 1. They work it into the front court. Johnson tries to pick it off in the corner and causes a little bit of a helter-skelter situation for Spencer Hilly, who couldn't control it cleanly, and he ends up turning it over out of bounds.
Great job by Johnson to force that turnover. That's the fourth on the Pirates.
Bobcats back the other way, looking to extend this 1-point lead. It's been very even so far between these two teams. Raymond goes near side, far side to Connell. Connell holds it up. Wittoon has the angle, seals for Connell. Connell blocked, but a foul going to be called. Think they might get Spencer Hilly on this one. At least that's where I saw most of the contact.
Yeah, that'll be the first foul. Second foul, against Plainview. The first one on Hilly.
Connell to the free throw line. Connell shoots it up and rattles it home and in. 2-point lead for South Loup, as coming in for Plainview is Jackson King. And a couple of subs, Salick back in, Pandorf and Paulson all back in, so it's the starting 5 again for South Loup on the floor. Connell, a couple of spins of the basketball. Shoots it up and 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
First 2 free throws of the ball game by either team.
Minute 20 to go, first quarter. Plainview trailing by 3 with the basketball. Baseline drive by Schroth. Has to kick it out. And now a skip pass near side to Carter. In the corner, now back to Carter. And they play catch with Hilly. They enter it inside. Weber can't get it to go. Had a gimme underneath, but it's off of the backboard. But Plainview recovers against the break of South Loup. That's a big part of South Loup's offensive game, Larry. They want to get scores in transition, and the Pirates have done well to get back.
Yeah, every time I'm looking down to mark something, I'm looking up, and here comes South Loup on the run.
40 seconds first quarter, and Connell throws it away. Thought Pandorf was there. He wasn't yet. Pirates back the other direction. 3 goes up. King, back rim, doesn't go. Rebound. Hilly puts it back up and in. It was almost the exact same shot he had an opportunity at last time. This time he made it.
Good strong rebound and follow.
15 seconds to go, first quarter. 1-point lead, South Loup. Connell tries to enter it into Salick. The pass is off slightly. Salick was in further than Connell anticipated, and it goes out of bounds back to Plainview.
Pretty tough angle. I'm a little surprised that South Loup didn't hold that one up for one shot.
Pirates skip the ball up the floor and are in the half court. Working it forward is King. Kicks it out. Looking for some room is Schroth. Couldn't get it to go off the front of the rim. And we go to the second quarter. A tight contest so far. South Loup leads it 13-12 as we head to the second quarter on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
needs. We will work with you from application to closing to make the process as easy as possible. Get the keys to your dream home with Custer Federal, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Callaway. Time is ticking down on this timeout. They'll put 8 minutes back up on the clock. And Larry, I'd say if we get 3 more minutes that were like that first quarter, we're in for a fun rest of this district final.
I'll tell you what, they're playing their game, and both teams are playing very well.
South Loup back in the half court, out of the quarter break. Pandorf holds it up far side. Now uses the bounce, gets it back out to Connell. Connell centers the ball, gets a little bit of a rub screen. Now Salick steps into a screen. Connell finds the angle along the baseline somehow.
And we haven't seen Trey Connell to the hoop very often in this game. That's his first bucket of the night.
Pirates travel with the basketball. King had it, and the defense extended for South Loup, caused him to hesitate only momentarily, drug that pivot foot.
5th turnover of the ball game. Both teams with 5 turnovers.
Connell brings it near side, scoops it into Gracie, does well to meet the pass. Gracie looking for room, a whistle, and a foul called. That's on my blind corner. We've got the Plainview students over here. Those of you watching the video stream can kind of see me trying to lean forward so I can see here.
That's going to be number 2 on Hilly, and I think it was just because he was bodying him up towards the out of bounds and gave him a disadvantage on the play.
Inbound for Connell. Connell lobs it to Gracie, goes up and scores it. A set play worked to perfection. Connell with the perfect pass, and Gracie put it through. Plainview trailing by 5 now. Pirates back the other direction. They scoop it around outside. Look out, Lingenfelter 3 doesn't go. Off the rim, rebound South Loup. Connell back the other direction. Near side, Connell drives in, floater, left it short. Rebound pulled out of there by Lingenfelter, that's Cohen. Again, they face the pressure and get it into the front court. More often than not, have been able to do that cleanly. Plainview in the half court, trap in the corner, kick out to Lingenfelter on the wing, and he splashes home a 3. This team really seems to love the three-pointer, Larry.
That's the first one for Cohen Lingenfelter. He's got his first 3 of the game and a timeout on the court.
We'll take one as well. 6:34 to go here in the second quarter.
When we unlock the doors and turn on the lights at the grocery cart, we're excited to serve you with a smile and helpfulness that can't be matched. Our staff is happy to help bring you this sports broadcast. It's our mission to offer you great prices in a store that is clean, organized, and convenient. Connect with us online at gkbrokenbow.com or come by and shop 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. East Highway to Broken Bow.
Welcome back to Callaway. 6:34 to go, first half. Bobcats basketball with the 2-point lead after that three-pointer from the Pirates. Connell off to Paulson near side, into Cash Gracie. Gracie kicks it out. Paulson likes that spot. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound Plainview. Pirates back the other way with Carter. Carter into the front court, skips it over to King. King scoops it over to Carter. Now in the corner, they go to Schroth, and he hits a 3.
Well, I tell you what, these teams are knocking them down.
And it's a lead for Plainview, 18-17. South Loup had a 5-point lead, less than a minute of clock time to go. With it in the corner is Paulson. Up top to Connell. Connell dribbles it forward, gets a screen and a roll from Salick. Salick lost it on the roll, ripped it back, and now Connell drives, puts it off the board, couldn't get it to go. Rebound to Cash Gracie in the corner. Connell around to Paulson, his 3 top of the key, left short. And now a rebound bounced out to Connell. No look pass to Joey Salick, who lays it off the backboard and in.
Boy, and that was the fact that South Loup got 3 offensive boards on that play and a great pass.
The other way, a blocking foul going to be called on Paulson. Official going to say just slightly late to the party. And that means Jackson King, the 5'10 junior, heads to the free throw line.
That's his second foul, though, on Connor Paulson.
Puts in the first free throw as Raymond comes back in. Harrison Thor back in for Plainview as well. They used him on a couple of touch passes at that high post position offensively the last time he was in.
All 5 starters have now scored for Plainview.
King puts it in and goes 2 for 2. It's a lead again for Plainview, 20-19. 5:08 to go, first half. Paulson off to Gracie, now near side. They work it around far side, over to Connell. Connell on the wing, up to Cash Gracie. Gracie drives, shoots, can't score it, slaps it off the backboard once and twice, and the third time it's rebounded by Plainview. Back the other direction, they run the floor. Plainview gets a shot up and doesn't go for Cohen Lingenfelter, and a foul is called on the weak side rebound battle.
They're going to get this one on Schroth, and I'll tell you what, from the backside officials, it may have looked that way, but from our long angle, and you could hear the Plainview students over here, that looked like the ball just bounced back to him. It didn't look like there was much contact.
Connell walks it into the front court, hands it off to Gracie. Now far side Paulson and Pandor far side. Back to Paulson, to Raymond, high post, hands it through to Paulson, who backs it out of there. They're trying to get it to Raymond on the block, can't get it there. Thor providing good defense. Now a long three by Connell. Raymond going to be called for the push on the fight for the rebound.
Yeah, unfortunately there was one there. It was right in front of the official. We had a pretty good look at it at our angle. Just the first one on Rio.
4:15 to go, first half. Still a 20-19 lead for Plainview. Pirates again methodically working their way up the floor. They get it ahead, and a foul going to be called here on Watoon. Got caught up with the legs of Jackson King.
That's one of those fouls I think they might not call if he continues through and doesn't lose his balance, but once he did lose his balance, then you got to call it.
4 minutes to go. And again in the half court, Plainview. Drive by King, kicks it out. Three by Schroth, goes again. He's striking me as the kind of guy you can't leave alone, Larry. He likes that corner spot.
Boy, this team has really knocked down the threes in this game.
Gracie can't answer. Watoon, the weak side rebound, puts it back up, goes glass, can't score it. Plainview, the rebound is Schroth. Plainview into the half court. Under 3.5 to go, first half. 4-point lead. And a step-in three by King does not go. Watoon, another great rebound inside. Connell will bring it forward. Connell, high post, cut off, gives it to Watoon. And now far side to Johnson. Cash Gracie in the corner, lobs it in. Watoon scores it, and one.
That is huge when you can get through Watoon. That open underneath and an opportunity in an old-fashioned three-point play.
One sub coming in for Plainview, that's Brendan Weber. 6'2" senior into the game as Crew Watoon goes up to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. Watoon can't get it to go. Nice rebound inside by Raymond, but had it ripped away by Thor. 3 minutes to go first half. 2-point lead for Plainview. Pirates basketball. It's tipped by Cash Gracie at the top, and an over and back is called on Cohen Lingenfelter. Plainview fans don't like it. They say the ball was tipped, and it did come out of there funny. But I think what they're saying is that Lingenfelter touched it and then went into the backcourt, and that's the reason for the over and back.
That looks like the explanation he gave to Coach Trent Simpson. And we're at the very end, so it's kind of hard for us to see that sideline like that.
Watoon with it in the corner, tries to get it into Raymond. Rio, kind of a hook shot, two-handed, can't find the angle. Back the other way comes Plainview. Driving forward is Weber, tries to put it off glass and does. A tough angle to find, but he does it, and it's a 2-point lead for Plainview again.
He's got 4 points. That's the difference in the game right now.
Under 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go, first half. Cash on the flare, puts it up, fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line on the contact.
I think they're going to get Jacob King here on this one, yes.
Gracie to the free throw line.
Got 5 points in the ball game. He has not shot a free throw yet.
Gracie's first falls. Joey Salick back into the game. Raymond will get a rest. Gracie's second goes as well. 2:13 to go, first half. It's a 2-point Plainview lead, 25-23. Back after this on KBBN Radio.
Town pride, wearing your school's colors. Small towns are brought together cheering on their favorite teams. Agland ATV knows how hard the athletes and coaches work year-round and are proud to help sponsor the games of our customers and their kids and grandkids. We have built relationships with many of these families through the years and are proud of their success. Best of luck to all the local athletes from Agland ATV in Broken Bow.
872-3424.
Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow. 872-3424.
Fort County Heating and Air is proud to sponsor high school sports. Owners Brian Hogg and Austin Cox serve the area with a combined 20 years of experience in the HVAC industry. No matter what the temperature is outside, they'll make sure the temperature inside is just right. Call for a free estimate and 24-hour service at 872-2258. Plainview to key it in. Three-quarters court press again being shown by the Bobcats of South Loup. And into the half court are the Pirates. Trap in the corner, passed out of well by Plainview. They work around and work that perimeter. Crew Wattoon on the floor with Jackson King. And a jump ball is called. It will be Plainview basketball.
Good hustle that time by Crew Wattoon, going in there and getting a piece of that ball and then going down there and tying it up.
Baseline inbound for Plainview. They find Carter Lingenfelter in the corner, all but gets that one to go down. Fight for the rebound, pulled out of there and saved to Cash Gracie. Gracie into the front court, behind the back, throws it up at the rim, doesn't go. Plainview the rebound. Minute 35 to go, first half. Pirates with a 2-point lead in the half court. They work it in the corner, three goes up, left short, rebound to Gracie, gets it to Connell, and South Loup back the other way, doesn't like the run out look to Wattoon. Connell spins, puts up the shot, goes glass, can't score it. Wattoon a nice board, has it blocked from behind by Plainview.
Weber got a piece of that one, great job by him.
Pirates back the other way, Jackson King with it in the corner, up top to Carter. Skips it over to Cohen. They play catch between the wings. Cohen with it right side, back to Carter, now in the corner. Jackson King went to the drive, but didn't put the ball on the floor fast enough, and a travel is called.
I think I didn't see who did the run out at him, but that really kind of caused him. He wasn't expecting that, and it shuffled his feet for the 8th turnover of the evening for Plainview.
58 seconds to go, first half. South Loup trailing by 2, 25-23 with the basketball. Connell, far side, Cash Gracie pulls the three, splashes it home, and the lead is South Loup's.
And Cash Gracie in double figures with 10.
35 seconds, South Loup leads by 1. End of the first half upcoming. Wattoon providing some pressure, and now Harper Johnson tips it out of bounds on the pass forward to Brendan Weber.
Well, you got to like the way the South Loup kids that are coming off the bench, Crew Wattoon, Harper Johnson, the way their active hands are.
Plainview back in the half court on the sideline inbounds. 25 seconds to go, first half. A long three-pointer put up, does not go for Cohen Lingenfelter, and the rebound, South Loup.
And I think this time we'll see South Loup hang for one.
12 seconds, 11, 10, Cash Gracie with it, spins, gets it out. Connell with the drive, steps back, lost it, leans forward, shoots it, all but goes down. It was halfway down. Now Plainview, a three-quarters court shot, does not go for Carter Lingenfelter at the buzzer. South Loup leads it after all of that. At the end of the first, it's 26-25, Bobcats over the Pirates. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll start halftime on KBBN Radio.
If the cold weather does anything, it makes us notice the drafts our homes are letting through. Mead Lumber in Broken Bow is proud to be your local solution for sealing up those drafts and making your home more efficient. They sell quality Anderson windows. Both 100 and 400 series are available for your new construction or replacement project. Of course, they have the foam for around those windows too. Mead Lumber is still being remodeled, but inside, their knowledgeable staff is ready to help with your DIY project.
Are you afraid of falling? Team Physical Therapy can help. 872-5111. Good balance is essential for a healthy, active life. Team Physical Therapy is here to help you stay healthy, improve your balance, and keep you active. 872-5111. Our highly trained physical therapist will design a personalized plan for you to help you improve your stability, decrease risk of falling, and get you back to doing what you love. Don't let that balance issue keep you at home, or if it does, we can come to you. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111.
The winter sports apparel clearance is going on right now at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow. Save between 30 and 50% off winter items like hoodies, sweatpants, stocking hats, gloves, and more. If it's winter apparel, it's on sale. Scott is excited for spring and the track season. Go and see the nice selection of track shoes, perfect for practice and competition from brands like Brooks and Under Armour. Open Monday through Saturday. Gear up at Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow.
Sargent Irrigation may be known worldwide, but their roots are right here in central Nebraska, something they are very proud of. They hire right here in the heartland and know their success is due to those quality employees. As a way of showing support for the community, Sargent Irrigation sponsors high school sports broadcasts, so those unable to attend can follow the action. Enjoy the broadcast, sponsored in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
February is Heart Month, and Melham Medical Center wants to be sure you are heart healthy. We have 4 cardiologists, Dr. Cookman, Dr. Balwans, Dr. Freeling, and Dr. Dasuki, all who visit our specialty clinic on a regular basis. Don't make a trip out of town when you can get big town doctors right here at home. Call 308-872-4157 to schedule your appointment in the specialty clinic. We look forward to partnering with you to inspire healthy living through quality care.
The student athletes you are cheering on during this broadcast practice and study in order to get their competition and schoolwork done right. At Trotter Service, they do the same, except with your vehicle repairs. Whether you need a new battery, brake work and alignment, tires, wheels, or an overhaul, trust their auto repair specialists to tackle the job. Don't forget bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire truck service too. Proud to help bring you this broadcast, Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
Welcome back to Callaway. Thrivent is proud to support student athletes as they work hard to achieve their goals. When it comes to financial goals, Scott Harvey wants to help you reach them. To create a strategy through insurance, investments, or planning for retirement that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you. Call Scott Harvey with Thrivent Financial at 308-872-2511. With a look at your halftime numbers, here's Larry.
All right, let's take a look at the leaders here at halftime. South Loup. Bobcats up by a point, 26-25, and they're led at halftime by Cash Cracy. He hit a 3 in the first quarter, 7 points in the second, including another 3-pointer. 6 points for Joey Salick on the inside game for South Loup. Also in the scorebook, Trey Connell with 4, Dylan Pandorf with 4, and off the bench, Drew Watoon with a pair of points. Leading the way for Plainview, it's Carter Lingenfelder and Wyatt Shrove, both with 6 points, both on 2 3-point shots. 5 3-pointers win for this Pirate team in the first half. They cooled off late in the first half. 4 points on the evening for Brendan Weber. Also, Spencer Hilly with 4. 3 from Cohen Lingenfelder, and 2 points on 2 for 2 free throw shooting for Jackson King. Rebounding is fairly even. Plainview with 13, South Loup with 11. in the turnover department, South Loup getting the better end of it. They really did a good job late in the first half of not committing turnovers. They ended up with 5 for the first half, 8 whistled against the Pirates. From the free throw line, both teams are doing really well. 2 for 2 for Plainview, 4 for 5 for the Bobcats. So once again here at halftime, leading scorers for South Loup, it's 10 points from Cash Gracie and 6 for Joey Salick, and 6 points each for Carter Lingenfelter and Wyatt Schroth for Plainview. Halftime score 26-25, Bobcats on top.
We'll take a break. When we come back, it's going to be second half action headed your direction here on KBBN Radio and St. Hills Express Video.
A lush green lawn is a lot of work. Worry no more. A to Z Lawn Pros Fertilizer Program is the solution to ease your mind and lessen your work. Any time of the season is a good time to start. Eliminate weeds, strengthen your grass, and even keep bugs away with liquid fertilizer treatments mixed with micronutrients for a recipe that works specifically in this area. 30 years of experience. 308-870-1762 for A to Z Lawn Pro. That's A to Z Lawn Pro at 870-1762.
Hi, Central Nebraska. This is Chip, your local insurance ally. At Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, we're not just about insurance, we're about community. From auto coverage in your sweet home to the barn and everything it holds, we have you covered. Speaking of coverage, we are proud to support broadcasts of our local student athletes as well as the Huskers here on the radio for our fellow Nebraskans. Come see me, Chip, in Callaway, or call 308-836-2201. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, your insurance, your community, and your winning team.
You've heard about Warranty Forever at Gateway Motors. It comes with new and pre-owned vehicles with less than 100,000 miles. But now it comes with even more. Gateway Advantage adds 3 years of windshield protection. It's unlimited. Break your windshield 14 times? No problem. Deposit protection reimburses your original down payment up to $4,000 if your vehicle is determined to be a total loss from accident, fire, or being stolen. You receive a check towards your next vehicle purchase. Warranty forever, better than ever at Gateway Motors in Broken Bow.
This sports broadcast is being brought to you in part by Govey Brothers Mortuary and the Arnold Mullen Funeral Home. For over 60 years, Govey Brothers Mortuary and the Arnold Mullen Funeral Home have served Central Nebraska. Through the entirety of their years, putting families first has always been their motto. Enjoy this high school sports broadcast brought to you by Govey Brothers Mortuary and the Arnold Mullen Funeral Home. Reach them at 1-800-354-6340 or visit GoveyBrothers.com.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
At Norder Supply Incorporated in Callaway, you'll often see them sporting their South Loup Bobcat Blue because they love to support their team. Student athletes work hard both academically and in sports, and Norder Supply is proud to support their dedication by helping bring you this sports broadcast on the radio. Wishing the team the best of luck and saying, "Go Bobcats!" Norder Supply Incorporated in Callaway.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community and are happy to be able to help bring you this sports broadcast. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics delight in serving the area with their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Cheering on the area athletes from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
Welcome back to Callaway. South Loup trying to join other teams from the area that have already punched their ticket into the state tournament. Ansley Litchfield doing so with a commanding 46-23 win over 14th seed Cambridge. SEM also punched their ticket into the tournament, and Paulson takes a three out of the gate. Nice rebound inside by Salick. Fouled as he goes to the glass, and he'll head to the line for an opportunity at a couple of points. But Anselmo Myrna also with a tall task this evening, Larry, but they play the game for a reason. That's the 16-1 seed matchup as they're going to Shelton.
Yeah, that's a tough match, but they're there, and they're going to get the opportunity to play it.
Salick knocks home the first, and it's a 2-point lead again for South Loup.
Plainview's gotten more rebounds, but South Loup has done a really good job on the offensive boards.
Salick could not get the second to go, so he goes 1 for 2 that trip. Pirates coming back towards us on the stage at the end of the court here in Callaway. Pirates work it around the perimeter. And again, that zone defense of South Loup making things difficult, and Paulson with the really good hand, swiped that one out on the drive. Now a 3 the other way for Gracie, 1 and done, as it's a defensive board for Plainview. And back the other way we go as Connell took it right back.
Well, that was a great steal there by Trey Connell. That was a low pass. He reached down and just swiped it away.
Connell with it far side wing, over to Gracie. Gracie tries to get it into Salick. Pass was a little off. Joey jumps right on top of it. And a possession arrow jump ball will give it back to Plainview.
Well, these teams played at a tremendous level in the first half, shooting well, especially early in the first half. We'll see if they'll be able to maintain that throughout the second half.
Plainview back into the half court. Just over a minute gone here in the third quarter. Nice fill-in of the lane by Brendan Weber, and his teammates find him in there. And he's fouled as he went for the shot. Couldn't get it to go, but he'll get 2 from the line.
No, they'll give that one to Joey Salick on a reach in there.
The shot does not go. Weber, the 6'2 senior, one of 2 seniors on this very young Plainview squad. The other is Spencer Hilly, a 6'2 senior. Weber's second goes. And it's a 1-point game, 27-26. South Loup the lead and the basketball. Connell to Gracie. Now Paulson just left of center. Salick pops out and grabs it, gets it into Pandorf. Little baby hook on the far block. Beautiful move, and he scores 2.
Sophomore's getting some contributions in this game. That's 6 points for him.
And it's a 3-point lead for South Loup. Plainview in the half court. Nice find all the way down into the lower block area to Spencer Hilly. That was a pass from Cohen Lingenfelter that I didn't know where it was going until it met his hands, and he just couldn't get the lay-in to go. Paulson along the sideline into Gracie, kicks it out. Pandorf knocks home a 3-pointer. What a huge outing for Dylan Pandorf.
And that's the biggest lead of the night for either team at 6 points.
Plainview in the half court. South Loup defense going back to work. Pirates again work the perimeter. They like that 3-point shot. Carter Lingenfelter up top to King. King dribbles it far side. Now holds up on the wing, skips it over to Cohen. Back over to King. Again, they work the perimeter. King drives in, goes to the gather, fouled. Shot did not make it to the backboard. It hit the side of it. But Salick or one of the other Bobcats that's down there, and it is Salick that's called for the foul. He got his money's worth on that one, made sure it wasn't going to go up.
Well, I had already wrote it down. I thought it was Connor Paulson that might have got the foul. That's actually a little bit of a break. That would have been Paulson's third.
King couldn't get the first one to go. .526 to go here, third quarter, and King doesn't get either one to go. It remains a 32-26 lead. Bobcats, the 6-point lead and the basketball. Gracie slipped a little bit, found a teammate, Pandorf, out to Paulson, now Gracie right side. Picking him up there is Carter Lingenfelter. He drives baseline, spins, fades, shoots, can't get it to go, and I think Joey Salick just picked up his third foul that quick.
Yeah, didn't have the position, and he's going to have to sit down now.
Well, the kid plays hard and competes, doesn't he? He could have 4 fouls out there, and I think he'd be going that hard at that basketball, but with the better position with Spencer Hilly, the 6'2 senior for Plainview, and he was running to the back.
Saw him earlier here, but when we were setting up, he was up on the stage and just kind of looked like he was locked in on this one.
Under 5 to go, third quarter. Nice drive put up off the glass by Cohen Lingenfelter, the 6-foot-tall freshman. Makes his presence felt that time down.
His first bucket of the second half. Actually the first bucket for Plainview here in the third quarter.
Connell drives in. Tough shot inside. Does not go. It was last touched by Trey, and it will go back to Plainview. Had the defense draped all over him. Had to muscle it up at the rim, but left it short.
We've seen him go to the soft touch a couple of times here in this game, and it's come up a little short, but he'll get that adjusted.
Plainview back in the half court. Weber with the drive, blocked by Raymond, and then South Loup tries to save it in. Connell couldn't quite do so, and is called out of bounds.
Interesting for these teams. Of course, we're down here as well, but they're coming towards the stage, and you've got all the Plainview student section on one side and very thin line in between. You've got all the South Loup student section on the other side. And all these Plainview kids are coming right at them.
Plainview gets a 3 attempt by Cohen Lingenfelter, and the follow on the miss put back up and in by Spencer Hilly. And just like that, it's a 2-point game again. South Loup moments ago had the largest lead of the game by either of these teams at 6.
Well, just watching that, Spencer Hilly came stage left and took it all the way in.
Connell went to the drive all the way in on the left side, couldn't get the shot to go, falls down, ball last touched by Plainview. Baseline inbound, far side block. Connell calls out the play. Gets it into Cash Gracie. Cash turns, shoots, can't muscle it through. Rio Raymond, the nice rebound. Connell kicks it out. Gracie faked the 3 in the corner, drives in, puts it off the glass, and scores it, and 1.
That is huge. And a huge call on whether it was going to be a charge or a block, but that's going to be the third foul on Spencer Hilly. That's huge.
I think what saved Gracie is he shifted his hips around. A big part of that decision for the officials is, did the offensive player, they call it a control foul, was the offensive player in control? Gracie had that thing stuck to his hand, slid his hips sideways, and the contact came, and he does complete a 3-point play to make it a 5-point lead. South Loup again.
13 points and leading all scorers, Cash Gracie.
The Lingenfelters play catch all the way up the floor. They enter it in the corner to Schroth for a moment, and then he kicks it back out of there. Lingenfelters play the wing again. Cohen drives in, left the floater short, fight for the rebound, taken away by Wattoon, ping-ponged around for a bit. The Crew was able to nab it. South Loup with the 5-point lead. Wattoon in the corner, holds it up. Gracie comes on the cut. Wattoon doesn't like the look. Skips it over to Raymond. Raymond hands it off to Connell. Turned away nicely by Carter Lingenfelter. 3:05 to go third quarter. Connell drives baseline, puts it off the glass, and gets it to go. Just blew by the defense.
Yeah, he froze Lingenfelter just briefly with that no look off to the right, and then he drove to the left.
Plainview back in the half court. As of late, not having trouble with that pressure that South Loup provides. Thor kicks it over. Baseline shot by Brendan Weber, and he hits it to answer. And a timeout called quickly by Plainview. 2:40 to go, third quarter. We'll step away as well on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
The staff at South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway is proud to be a sponsor of this sports broadcast. They support all the area athletes and are pleased to be a part of the South Loup Bobcat community. Their pharmacy provides knowledge on what is best for you and your family members. Stop in and talk to them today. South Loup Pharmacy in Callaway, knowing you by name, not just a refill number.
Well, Larry, this game has everything you would want a district final game to have. It's got good basketball, it's got great student sections, and it's got a packed house. It's been great so far.
Yeah, it's been a fun one here tonight in Callaway, and you know, I expect the last 10 minutes and 40 seconds of this game to be nothing short of what we've already seen.
Connell brings it forward, hands it off to Johnson. They work it around to Wattoon left side. Latoon holds it up, skips it over to Raymond, opposite high post. Gracie with it now on the wing. 2:22 to go, third quarter. Skip pass. Harper Johnson, 3. Left it long. Plenty of muscle on that one. Latoon tried to save it, but could not. And it is Plainview Pirates basketball.
Big possession here for both teams. Opportunity for the Pirates to get back within one possession with a bucket here. South Loup defensively, they want to come up with a stop.
2:10 to go, third quarter. Pirates again into the half court. The Lingenfelters play some catch with it, and we thought that was going to happen eventually. Cash Gracie gets into a passing lane and takes it away for South Loup. Johnson with it right side, into Gracie. Gracie found some room, but shuffled the feet.
Yeah, I
thought I saw that, and it was kind of an awkward catch, not clean for Cash, and because of that, shuffled those feet.
And I don't think you'll see Coach Cole argue that call at all, as it just didn't quite make a clean catch on that.
Did we almost make it to the end of the third quarter before the first "you can't do that" cheer?
Yes.
I think that's the first time I heard that one. Huh. Thor on the nice cut. Finding him on the cut is Brendan Weber. Nice connection there to the 6'5 junior. Puts it off the glass for 2, and it's a 3-point lead for South Loup.
There's been some times here tonight for Plainview where I've been extremely impressed with their half-court set and the passing that they do, the quick passing to set up an easy bucket.
South Loup plays the perimeter a bit. Cash Gracie just right of center, now backs it out. Carter Lingenfelter on him. Now Gracie comes left, and Jackson King picks him up. Stays with Cash. Now over to Connell. No look into Rio. Scoop shot would not go. And under a minute to go, third quarter. Plainview down 3.
I think Thor got a piece of that one.
Lingenfelter with it up top. That's Carter. Skips it over. Doing well to take it down is King. Now they work it around in the corner. Schroeth's 3 goes. And we've got a tie ball game at 37 with 40 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And just as I was talking, you want to talk about good ball movement, the Pirates had it there.
Connell drives in, cut off on the short corner. Wattoon over to Gracie. 26 seconds to go, third quarter. Gracie thought about the 3, has to give it up to Johnson. Now Wattoon just left to center. Crew goes to the drive. Cut off in the block well. Has to find a teammate. Out to Johnson. Now left side Connell. 12 seconds to go, third quarter. Connell gets a rub screen from Wattoon. Drives baseline. Puts it up. A foul called as the ball goes off the side of the backboard.
Now it'd be interesting to see if it was before the shot or during the shot. And it looks like they're going to give him 2 shots here.
I would tell you when the whistle blew, but I'll be honest, I wouldn't be very confident in the information I gave you, as we've got a lot of students over here to our right side, and I'm standing up on a chair like a weirdo as Connell couldn't get the first one to go. But not many situations as a 6'4" man where I'm standing on a chair to see, but that's the situation that we're in currently.
And occasionally I go around to the side of the table and I can get a better angle.
Connell's second. Breaks the tie. 7 seconds left. 38-37. The South Loup lead. Bringing it forward. Cohen Lingenfelter gets a good look at it. Knocks it home as time expires on the third quarter. My goodness. You had a feeling if Cohen Lingenfelter got a clean look at it, he was going to do just that, and he did. It's a 2-point Plainview lead as we head to the fourth and final quarter. 8 minutes stand between one of these two teams heading to Lincoln.
Buzz? Yeah, it's got to be my neighbor's Beehive. Beehive? Yeah, it's that new pivot controller from Beehive Ag. Cool, what's it do? Your phone becomes your pivot panel. You can control your pivot, pump, in-gun, and it even has GPS and VRI. Breathe new technology into old pivots.
Really? The subscription must be expensive.
No, there is no subscription fee. Contact Rich Reynolds with Rain Dance Repair at 308-870-4455. That's 870-4455.
When the crowd is there, you want to bring your A game.
You've practiced hard. You've thrown, caught, run, jumped, tackled, set, and spiked plenty in practice over the years.
Then a basketball meets your face.
Next game, it happens again.
You get flashbacks of that volleyball that did the same darn thing.
I'm Dr. Jeff Sanger.
And I'm Dr. Jinsey Ross.
If you're fighting a blur other than your running speed, schedule an appointment with us at Prairie Eye Care. Whether in sports or everyday life, we want you seeing 20/20.
Prairie Eye Care is proud to support this broadcast of high school athletics.
Back to the action here in Callaway. Set play for Paulson, cut off well by Hilly of Plainview. Now Connell holds it up, and they'll go to the second play out of the third quarter break. Gracie leans over, Salick drives in, puts it up, muscles it through, and scores 2, and we're tied at 40. That was a big response after that quarter break, Larry, especially with Plainview taking the lead and the momentum right as time expired.
And Joey was not afraid to take it right to the hoop, even with those 3 fouls.
Another 3 for Lingenfelter. Hilly found him, and Lingenfelter was wide open on the wing. South Loup lost him. And again, Plainview takes back the lead, this time by 3.
Cohen Lingenfelter, the first Plainview player now in double figures with 11.
Pandorf, the sophomore in the corner, over to Salick. Free throw line jumper way off. Rebound Hilly. A minute gone here, fourth quarter. Plainview back in the half court. Lingenfelter again, this time misses everything. 6:50 to go, fourth quarter. Connell brings it up the right side. Connell to the drive, pull up, free throw line jumper, knocks it home. And Carter Lingenfelter, some good sportsmanship there, helps him up off the floor as he fell down after the shot. Carter to a cutting Hilly on the baseline, and just that quick, Plainview scores, and they call a, well, let's see, it was an inadvertent whistle. The official thought he heard a whistle. Thought he heard somebody calling a timeout. It says inadvertent whistle, and will inbound instead with South Loup. It is quite loud in here. You could hear whistles. You could hear something sounding like someone saying timeout. You could hear about anything in here. It's packed with blue and red. Connell with it far side to Cash Gracie. His 3 just off the front rim. Strong rebound inside by Cohen Lingenfelter. Ahead to King, traveled. Took a lot of steps. The Plainview fans complaining about that one, but that's an argument they're not going to win.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if it would get called. Sometimes you see it called, sometimes you don't. But it looked like he took a couple of baby steps there.
He had some speed behind him, too, and it's so hard to put the ball on the floor that fast, running that quickly. As it stands back the other way, South Loup basketball trailing by 3, 5:50 to go, fourth quarter. Paulson with it left side, back to Connell, now Pandorf right side. Pandorf into Paulson, trying to find the angle, goes reverse, won't go, rebound fought for, Salick pulls it out of there. Joey down to Paulson, lets the defense go by, and is fouled after the shot fake.
Good pump fake there, that'll get him to the free throw line. First foul of the fourth quarter on either team. And that's going to go against Weber, and that's just his first.
The thing that's keeping these two teams in this one against their opponent across the court, Larry, is completely different. For Plainview, they're getting some good looks at 3. Pretty wide open in the eyes of a shooter, I would say. On the other side, South Loup really having to grind for their points. They're having to make some contested shots and get some free throws at the charity stripe in order to hang around in this one. It's a 2-point game. This has not been more than, what, a 6-point lead by either of these teams?
No, that's been the biggest.
Paulson knocks home both.
Maybe at 37-30 maybe one time, but that was it.
Timeout on the floor, 5:36 to go, fourth quarter. It's a 1-point lead by the Pirates over the Bobcats. Back after this.
Lodi Seed Service, LLC, your trusted channel seedsman, now serving the Callaway area. They are proud to bring you this sports broadcast. Why choose them? High-quality channel seeds, expertise tailored to your farm, local knowledge paired with global resources, and, of course, unmatched customer service. To get on the path to achieving your farming goals or exceeding them, contact Abe Hinman or T.R. Anderson with Lodi Seed Services, sponsors of this sports broadcast.
Crash, boom, bang. All sounds you never want to hear coming from your vehicle. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is prepared to fix or prevent those sounds. If you're in need of auto and light truck service and repair, give Josh a call, 848-2542. That's 2542. It all starts with diagnosing the problem, then working to get you back on the road quickly with a vehicle you can depend on. A1 Auto Service in Arnold, proud sponsors of this broadcast and high school sports.
Welcome back to Callaway. Plainview basketball out of the break. Pirates bring it forward with Hilly. They work it around far side. Nice pass fake by Cohen Lingenfelter results in a floater in the lane for two out of the break.
And he has been the main player for Plainview. He has got 10 points in this second half. Leads all tied with Cash Gracie for all scores with 13.
5:05 to go, fourth quarter, 3-point lead for Plainview. We'll see what South Loup has drawn up after the recent timeout. Cash Gracie with it, right side to Salick. Salick fakes the pass. Now gets it off to Pandorf. Pandorf, right wing, into Gracie. Gracie, one dribble, lets the defense go by, has his shot blocked. Now a short corner feed from Connell to Gracie, can't get it to go. Plainview out on the run. It's a 2-on-1. Salick slides, can't get the block, but the shot is put up and in by Spencer Hilly. A beautiful move. And a 5-point lead now for Plainview.
Hilly now in double figures with 10.
Connell the other way, fouled. Threw it right into the crease between the backboard and the rim. 3 Plainview players were down there. We'll see who the foul is on. It's on Carter Lingenfelter. His first. Connell's first. Does not go. Off the front of the rim, the back, and around the side.
That is twice tonight. Trey Connell's had free throws that looked like they were going to go in and pop out on him.
Connell to the line again. Student section making themselves heard from clear across the court. But Connell knocks it home.
He's got 10 in the game now.
4:20 to go, fourth quarter. 4-point lead for the Pirates. Plainview basketball. Again, they work the perimeter. Cohen Lingenfelter has been hot tonight. Always glancing at the rim every time he touches the basketball. Now in the corner, Hilly goes to the baseline drive, and Paulson called for the reach in.
That's going to be his third.
Lob into Hilly. Goes glass and scores it. And now a turnover on the other end. Paulson couldn't control the basketball. And a 6-point lead now for Plainview. And that's right around the largest lead either of these teams has enjoyed at any point here tonight. It doesn't sound like much, but when we've been trading baskets this much, that's the way it is.
It's definitely the largest Plainview lead here tonight. I think South Loup had either a 7 or 6-point lead. I know they had at least 6.
Crew Watoon tried to intercept a baseline pass to Hilly. Had his hands on it, but couldn't control it well enough before stepping out of bounds.
Winner of this game is either going to be a 5, 6, or 7 seed, depending on the other 2 games that go on tonight in D1.
Hilly going to take a 3 off the side of the rim. Watoon grabs it before it goes out of bounds. Back the other way, Cash Gracie into the front court, holds it up on the left side, now drives, gathers, puts it up, scoops it off of the glass. I don't know how he got the spin on that one, but he did, and it's back to a 4-point lead, Plainview.
That was a very big needed bucket for South Loup.
3:18 to go, fourth quarter. Connell slaps it back into the backcourt. King, far side, Carter Lingenfelter skips it over to Hilly, found the position, couldn't get it to go, saves it inbounds into the hands of Cohen Lingenfelter. It's knocked out of bounds again and will stay with Plainview. South Loup doing the things they need to do defensively, Larry, to get in those passing lanes, just not able to come away with it.
Big next minute here of this ball game.
Brendan Weber in the lane, can't get it to go, gets his board, backs it out of there, and a whistle comes. And a foul going to be reported on South Loup.
I think they'll get Rio Raymond maybe on this one. That'll be his second.
And Rio will come out, Joey Salick back in. Talk about trading beef for beef. Salick posts up there in the lane. They get it into Hilly. Salick does well to affect the shot. Back the other way, Cash Gracie one-on-one. Cash fakes it, goes glass, and scores it on the other end.
17 on the night. Back-to-back buckets for the senior.
And a timeout taken by Coach Simpson of Plainview. 2:45 to go, fourth quarter. It's 49-51. Plainview Pirates with the lead. Have questions about health and life insurance? Maybe you have retirement planning needs. Your friends at Clank Financial are honored to help. Reach them at 872-6810 or visit them in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. Clank Financial is proud to help bring you this high school sports action. Back after this.
State Insurance of Arnold, they're proud to say that they can offer you choices. Those choices save you money. They can offer you a variety of choices because they are independent agents. First State Insurance is cheering on the Bobcats all the way. Call Becky or Taylor at 848-2522 to set up an appointment with First State Insurance of Arnold. Proud supporters of the South Loop Bobcat coaches and players who work so hard.
Welcome back to Callaway. Again, thank you for tuning in, whether you're on 95.3 FM, KBBN.com, or the free KBBN app. Maybe you're watching on the Sand Hills Express YouTube or Facebook pages. We stream completely free high school sports often throughout all seasons. We'd love to have you along. If you click that subscribe button, here's my shameless plug. We'd appreciate it. Plainview into the front court, 2:30 to go, fourth quarter. They work it down inside to Brendan Weber. Again, that young man fills the lane, finds the opening the defense gives him, and the result is a foul, and he heads to the charity stripe.
Yeah, but that's a big foul. Joey Salick picking up his fourth. Weber so far tonight, 1 of 2 at the line with 7 points.
Weber's first rattles in there, and it's a 3-point lead for Plainview.
And this is a huge one here. Makes it either a 1 or 2 possession game.
Weber's second does not go. Wattoon the rebound. Remains a 1-possession game. 2:25 to go in the contest. Winner goes to Lincoln. Johnson with it up top, far side to Gracie. Now Wattoon in the corner. Crew holds it up, skips it over to Salick, does well to control it, hands it off. Cash Gracie contested 2, gets it to fall, and it's a 1-point game. Coach Cole with the quick 30-second timeout. Oh, the energy with every second that ticks off the clock, rises and rises. It's a 1-point game. We'll step away.
Brock's Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rock's Underground in Oconto.
We welcome you back to Callaway. Larry, I think the big thing about this game is the big playmakers are making big plays for both of these squads, and what a better time for their fans to see them do it than one game away from the state tournament.
Yeah, the go-to guys have been stepping up, and they're gonna need to down the stretch.
Plainview barely gets it into the half court. A 3 in the corner for Carter Lingenfelter, couldn't get it to go. Wattoon the weak side rebound. South Loop basketball, it's just a 1-point game. Cash Gracie left side, does well to control it. And you got to keep your head on a swivel when Connell's got the basketball. It'll just hit you in the nose. Connell kicks it out. Harper Johnson 3. Couldn't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Good position inside by Brendan Weber. 1 and done. Back to Plainview the other way. King spins, shoots, can't score it.
Oh, and I think Joey Salick just got called for the block.
I think they got, they did, yeah. Double 5, no. That's Carter Johnson, or Harper Johnson.
They're gonna call him on the reach before the bump.
And that's fortunate for South Loop as Salick had been getting his fouls up there in number. And credit King on that play. Put the defense on their heels, made the official make a call. He couldn't get the first free throw to go, though. Jackson King looking at all the waving arms of the South Loop student section behind the backboard, gets the second to go. Still a one-possession game, 53-51. South Loop basketball trailing by 2. Connell, foot on the gas. Floater from the free throw line, couldn't get it to go. Rebound pulled out of there by Lingenfelter. Carter leads the break, ahead to Hilly, does well to control it, gets it back out to Carter. Now they go far side to Cohen. Cohen drives baseline, scoops it out to Hilly. They work around up top to King. Weber, into Hilly. Nice gather, fouled, no shot. They're going to call it on the floor.
This could be the fourth one on Connor Paulson, and it's going to be.
New rule comes into effect here. Does not matter that it wasn't a shooting foul, as it is the 5th team foul of the quarter on South Loop. 2 free throws coming the way of Spencer Hilly either way.
Important, though, that it wasn't called a shooting foul because he made the bucket.
True. Hilly's first does not go, and it's still going to be a one-possession game if South Loop can nab the rebound on this one. Or if they have to take it out after a miss, or after a make, Hilly cannot get it to go. Still 53-51, under a minute to go here in Callaway, and a timeout called by Coach Cole. A set play certainly upcoming. We'll step away and bring you the final 54 seconds after this.
Whether your projects are inside or outside of the home, Callaway True Value has the products and tools you need to complete them. Whether you're in need of the tool itself or the accessory to make it work for what you need, Callaway True Value prides themselves in stocking a wide variety of items to get your project rolling or keep it going. When the work is done and it's time for grilling, make sure it's a Traeger. They have the grills and accessories. Check out Callaway True Value, Main Street in Callaway.
We'll bring it back early, as we've got some pretty big basketball ahead of us here, Larry. Boy, this one has delivered as an 8 and 9 seed matchup in the district final. Winner, knowing they're going to Lincoln. The team on the losing end of this one sees their season come to a close. This has been exciting for anyone that's watching, listening, or here in person. This has been absolutely great.
It has been a very well-played game. It has been a good, solid matchup. These two teams have played their hearts out. It's come down to the wire. Neither team has led by much, and when they do lead, the other team has charged back and made it a game again.
Fans getting on their feet as Connell brings it up the floor. 50 seconds to go, fourth quarter. South Loop trails by 2. Paulson had a look in the corner, didn't take it. Wattoon on the drive. Crew kicks it out to Connell. Connell misdirection, back to Crew. Crew right side, up to Paulson. Thought about the 3, gets it to Connell instead. 35 seconds to go. Connell drives in, shoots it up, fouled, and will head to the free throw line.
I think they'll get Carter Lingenfelter here. So far tonight for Trey Connell, he is 4 of 6. And like I told you, he's got 2 misses that look like they were going to go down.
Connell to the free throw line. Student section next to us all the way across the court, making their voices heard. Well, the voices in blue cheer as Connell knocks home the first. Connell's second to tie us at 53 apiece. Yes, with the roll.
Well, let the fun begin now.
30 seconds to go in this one. Plainview brings it forward, and a timeout going to be called by Coach Simpson. 24.9 seconds left on the fourth quarter clock. 53 all. A trip to the state capitol on the line. Back after this.
When you need towing or transport, it often comes at a time that you didn't see coming. That's why Trumbull Repair and Towing Service offers it 24/7. So when you're stranded and need emergency roadside assistance, call Dan at 870-2127. Trumbull Repair offers mechanical service, welding, and mobile welding. Trumbull Repair and Towing Service, a half-mile east of Callaway on Highway 40, but serving the entire area. Call 870-2127.
great game so far, and I'm sure a great finish ahead as both teams are tied at 53 here in the D1-8 district final. South Loup 16-5, Plainview 16-7, an 8 and 9 seed matchup. Plainview nearly 180 miles away from home. They have brought a crowd this large, a student section this large, and a band this large to witness this ball game, and it has brought the absolute energy. The fans in blue pack 3/4 of the entire area as well.
Look for Lingenfelder to make something happen. Maybe a backdoor for Hilly. He's been hot on that here in the second half.
Plainview lets the clock go down. They lob it inside. Hilly puts up a shot over Connell, scores it, 5 seconds left. Connell, foot on the gas, into the front court, gives it over to Paulson. Paulson has his shot blocked by Hilly, and time expires on this one. Plainview makes the shot on one end. They hustle back defensively, and the shot put up by Connor Paulson is blocked.
And he looked like he was going to have a good look at it, but Hilly, he's the guy that stepped up. We talked about maybe they set something up for him cutting to the hole. He did. He knocked it down, and at the other end, Spencer Hilly also got out there in time to block that attempt from Connor Paulson, who can knock down those threes. And would have been interested to see if he could have gotten that one off. It would have been for the win.
It would have been for the win. Credit the hustle of Spencer Hilly to make that shot and know there was time on the clock. Didn't celebrate, didn't turn to the student section, just ran down and did his defensive duty and got the block on Connor Paulson. That shot from Connor Paulson would have won it, and he is a three-point weapon and shooter. It's a 55-53 victory for the Plainview Pirates. They are headed to Lincoln to represent the D1-8. This was a district final that really delivered. And the two teams going to gather at half court as this one has gone final and have a gathering moment before those nets are cut down. Got to take a moment here as we've gone final in this one and salute the great seniors for the South Loup Bobcats squad. Trey Connell, a 5'10" senior, point guard of this team. Cash Gracie, senior, standing 6'3". Lance Wooter, 6'2", senior. Brady Breskel, a 5'8" senior, and Joey Salick, a 6'3" senior, playing their last basketball for South Loup in a district final, just a breath away from the state tournament. This team certainly has nothing to hang their head about after a wonderful season. They'll finish at 16-6 on a season that saw all kinds of crazy matchups, disappointment on the road, thrills on the road, big-time matchups that came out on the winning side of. So many emotions go into the season of a high school basketball season, and this team has certainly felt all of them throughout the season. And I know, Larry, this hurts for them right now, but this is going to be a season that all of these kids look back on and can certainly be proud of.
You know, and I didn't look up to see if they had a timeout to take, but South Loup decided, you know, they must have decided they knew what they wanted to do one way or the other, and they set that play up, and they had a good look, but it was just a really good job by Spencer Hilly coming out and blocking that shot.
The way I saw the clock in the moment as well, there was not time for another pump fake either. It had to go right that moment. South Loup certainly nothing to be ashamed of. This was a great back and forth game in front of a packed house, in front of all of you that are watching and listening on Central Nebraska Sports Source as well. We'll take one last break. When we come back, Larry will give us a look at the numbers here on KBBN Radio.
Lane Chesley and his crew at Design Homes of Callaway are proud to help bring you this sports broadcast. Design Homes can help you with remodeling or any commercial or residential building construction. Just call Lane at 308-991-0870 to get started. Don't let that awesome project you have on your mind be a point of stress. Call Design Homes, proud sponsors of this sports broadcast.
You've been to them, the bars, taverns, and grills that are exactly like the next. Not at Henry's Callaway Bar. They offer a bar experience unlike any other. Try one of Henry's fresh handcrafted drinks or kick back for a beer with friends. If it's an appetite you're bringing with your thirst, look to their amazing homemade pizzas to fill you up, available to dine in or carry out. Call 308-836-4484. A slice of lime and a good time await you at Henry's Bar in Callaway, the oasis in the middle of Nebraska.
AgriBest Feeds of Callaway is your source for all things ranching. They have what you need as calving comes around, including ear tags, vet supplies, windscreens, go lights, milk replacer, Royal Heat calf warmers, and more. They also carry Powder River and Charter livestock equipment, and their Sweet Pro lick tubs, Fresh Start, and Redmond Salt provide your animals with the outstanding nutrition they need. They carry the top-rated AeroQuip line of chutes and livestock equipment, too, behind the Community Center in Callaway or at 836-2298. AgriBest Feeds of Callaway.
Eggleston Oil keeps the Oconto community on the go with full service at the gas pumps. They treat every customer with a smile and often some lively conversation. Their shop provides automotive repairs as well as tire service. Eggleston Oil keeps the local farms moving with fast, reliable, on-the-farm fuel delivery. They also help with a variety of local fundraisers too. Supporting radio coverage of high school sports is yet another way they show that all-important community involvement at Eggleston Oil of Oconto.
At Shotgun Annie's in Callaway, they're big fans of local artist BJ Jameson, and they think you should be too. They invite you to their watch party coming up on Wednesday the 28th. BJ is playing live at The Local in Nashville, Tennessee, and they're going to watch it in Callaway. If you want to see BJ Jameson live and in person, mark your calendar for March 3rd. He'll be doing a Sunday afternoon show at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway. Nashville recording artist BJ Jameson. Watch party February 28th and live March 3rd at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway.
Beerman Vet Services offers vet care for both large and small animals, from pregnancy checking to calving assistance, spays and neuters, vaccinations to emergency call care. They can assist you. Right now, make sure and stop in to see how they can help you stock up on your calving supplies. Stop by Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, or call 848-3334 for questions or to access the doctor on call. Beerman Vet Services is excited to cheer on the South Loup Bobcats. They are proud of the students' hard work and are glad to help sponsor this broadcast of high school sports.
Redfern Electric in Callaway is a big supporter of the South Loup Bobcats. Whether you're in need of residential, commercial, or ag electrical work, your first call should be to Ed Lashley at Redfern Electric. Their commitment is to quality and their customers who always come first. Call Ed at 836-2254. Redfern Electric, proud supporters of the South Loup Bobcats and this broadcast.
He started mowing her lawn every Sunday to earn money for his first car. She needed the help, and when money got tight, he kept doing it for free. So he never saved enough to buy that car for his 16th birthday. But it didn't matter, because she gave him the classic, parked in her garage. Do the right thing, and good things happen. That's why we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Callaway. 55-53 is the victory for Plainview over South Loup. The 9 gets the victory over the 8 and punches their ticket to the boys basketball state tournament. With a look at your final numbers, here's Larry.
And with that winning bucket with 6 seconds remaining, Spencer Hilly ends up leading the way for the victorious Pirates of Plainview with 14 points. He had 8 of those in that important fourth quarter. Also in double figures was Cohen Lingenfelter with 13 points. 9 points each for Braden Weber as well as Wyatt Schroth. 6 points on the evening for Carter Lingenfelter. Those all came on a couple of threes early in the game. And 2 points apiece for Jackson King as well as Harrison Thor. For South Loup, they were led here tonight by a pair of seniors. Cash Gracie, 19 points in his final outing as a South Loup Bobcat. 12 points on the night for Trey Connell. 9 points each for Joey Salick and Dylan Pandorf. 2 points for Connor Paulson as well as Crew Watoon. We look at the team stats. 13 turnovers tonight whistled against Plainview. 9 were called against the Bobcats. In the rebounding category, pretty even. 24 for Plainview, 22 for South Loup. At the free throw line, really the Pirates had a chance to put it away in that fourth quarter, but struggled a little bit. They ended up 6 of 13. South Loup got back into the game at the free throw line, hitting 12 of 16 for the contest. So once again, your leading scorers, Spencer Hilly with 14 and Cohen Lingenfelter with 13 to lead the way for Plainview. And for South Loup, 19 points for Cash Gracie and 12 for Trey Connell. Final score, 55-53. It was a tight one all the way. Plainview headed to Lincoln.
We'll take one last break. When we come back, we'll close it up from here in Callaway on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Custer County Feeders in Oconto are always ready to help serve you. Manager Michelle Pearson and her team are there to answer any questions you may have. The question they enjoy answering most is how they can best help you. Give them a call today, 308-858-4455. They are ready to feed your cattle. Custer County Feeders in Oconto, there for their customers, ready to serve you, and proud to support the South Loup Bobcats.
Badgley Well Service in Oconto is proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast, featuring some of our awesome student athletes right here in Central Nebraska. Cliff and his team at Badgley Well are always on call at 858-4409. From domestic to stock wells, call Badgley Well Service of Oconto. They have the experience to get the job done right. Call Badgley Well Service of Oconto when water is the goal. Badgley Well is happy to help bring you this sports broadcast.
Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold, where good friends meet. Taste some of the freshest beef Nebraska has to offer at Grazer's Bar and Grill. Located in the heart of cattle country, it's what inspired their name. They're proud to serve locally raised beef alongside thirst-quenching drinks that complement your meal. Proud to support the South Loup Bobcats, Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold.
Welcome back one last time to Callaway. Checking a couple of other scores for you real quick. We'll stay in D1. Of course, Plainview getting the victory over South Loup in this one ahead of us. Dundee County Stratton at the end of the third quarter leading Sutton 30-15. Low scoring affair in that one. Howells Dodge at the end of one leads Guardian Angels Central Catholic 11-4. You take a glance at D2. Walt Hill at the end of the third quarter well in control over High Plains Community 55-37. And in Selma Myrna within 8 points of number one seed overall Shelton at the end of one. It is a 20-12 game. Glancing around at other scores, C2, Cedar Catholic leading Lutheran High Northeast. 3 minutes left in the third, 34-26. Summerland taking care of Perkins County with 3 minutes left in the third, up 48-20. Amherst got the win over Meade, 58-48. Larry, your final thoughts on this game between Plainview and South Loup?
Well, I'll tell you what a great game this was from start to finish. I mean, it was hard played, well played. Kids went after it. They never got down. When their team got down 6 points, both teams did. When they did, they got right back into it, made it a game again. It went right down to the wire just as we expected it might. And in the end, Spencer Hilly, he's the guy that stepped up. He got the bucket with 6 seconds to go and then blocked the three-point shot at the end of the game without fouling. That's not always easy when you're coming at the player that's shooting.
Well, the game certainly gave a lot of entertainment to the folks here in attendance, and we thank all of you that trusted KBBN Radio in Broken Bow, as well as the Sand Hills Express YouTube and Facebook pages to bring it to you in that way. It was a lot of fun, start to finish for us as well. It was a packed house, and when the energy comes 180 miles down the road, it just kind of feels like a different kind of energy than when it's even 30, 40, or 50 miles down the road. There were a lot of red wigs in the crowd for the folks in Plainview.
Jeremy, there's not a lot of games because we get here so early to set up all the video and the audio equipment. It's not very often that we get to a game and there's fans already here, and I mean more than just a handful of fans. And we had quite a few of them for both sides that were here getting their favorite spot early in the night.
Great contest again. Congratulations to Plainview. The Pirates headed to state basketball after a tight one, a 2-point victory over South Loup here in Callaway by a score of 55-53. Well, that does it for our broadcast, and before we close it out, we want to thank the wonderful sponsors that made it possible for you. The video sponsors are scrolling on your screen. I hope that you take mention and notice of those as I'm closing out the broadcast. Thank you to Clang Financial, J.R. Meyer Insurance, 4 County Heating and Air, and Thrivent Financial. Thank you as well to Govier Brothers Mortuary, Callaway Market and Order Supply, the Callaway District Hospital, South Loup Community Pharmacy, Rain Dance Repair, Prairie Eye Care, Lodi Seed Service, A1 Auto Repair, First State Insurance, Rocks Underground, the Callaway True Value, Trumbull Repair and Towing, Design Homes, Henry's Callaway Bar, Agribest Feeds, Eggleston Oil, Shotgun Annie's Saloon and Grill, Bierman Vet Services, Redfern Electric, Pinnacle Bank, Pearson Physical Therapy, Custer County Feeders, Badgley Well Service, and Grazer's Bar and Grill. Thank you as well to our year-long sports sponsors, Nebraska State Bank, Ron's Bonnie and Paint, Arrow Seed, Shelter Insurance, Custer Federal State Bank, Grocery Cart, Agland ATV, Mead Lumber, Team Physical Therapy, Geared for Sports, Sargent Irrigation, Melham Medical Center, Trotter Service, A to Z Lawn Pro, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, and Gateway Motors. For our videographer, Christy Wells, for Larry Kottner, I'm Jeremy Scheib, wishing you a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your week. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for listening to our coverage of high school sports.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a 3-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the 3, nice-looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long 3, got it!
Nice, Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep 3, hit it. That's a 3 for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau. Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6, and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Holm going back. Holm will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Holm, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos, a 3, got it. His 3rd from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Ryan, nice post move, lays it up and in and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left.
Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long three. She puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry. Handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones, the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass. And Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just